You probably have heard this several times. Outwork everybody. The best don't rest. Or quotes like train while they sleep. Let me tell you something, these things don't work. And I'll explain in detail why those things are harmful to your performance. And besides harming your performance, these things will also make you to not enjoy the process as much as you could. This mindset has brought several problems to my life that I could not realize until I started understanding the functioning of the mind. Only then I realized that I was lacking confidence, stressed out, burdened out without reasons. And I know that you have seen several videos talking about Kobe Bryant's work ethic, like Jay Williams speaking about how Kobe wanted to prove everyone that they were working less than Kobe Bryant. But that was not the core of his motivation or not the core of the reason why he was doing all of that. And I'll also show you that in today's video. My name is Gabriel Diano, I'm the creator of Athlete Mentality, and I'm a big preacher of the Blue Blood Mentality, which is a science-based strategy that makes athletes to perform better, to feel confident, motivated, and enter the zone of flow consistently. But I only started this path after years doing the opposite of that, trying to outwork everybody. And after I understood how the mind of the best athletes in the world work, and after I spent years understanding what science says about the strategies they use, I made it my life mission to help athletes around the world to learn and help them to train their mind to actually feel more confident and to perform at the best of their abilities. And when I say science-based strategy, I really mean it. All that I speak, all that I post about is backed up by the latest research on high performance. And all of this supports the idea that you should not focus on outworking everybody. I do my best to always keep you updated on the latest strategies to improve your performance. The main idea for an athlete to become successful is that the way you make progress is by putting effort into your strategy, right? But what motivates you to put the work in also changes a lot the work we're going to do. Your mindset or the way you see things change the functioning of your mind and body. For you to put in your best effort and give your best, you must feel motivated to do that. In a neuroscientific way, you must have dopamine in order to do those things. Without it, it's impossible to put that action in and actually work towards your goals. So the way you feel motivated, there are two main factors that are important for it. The first one is feeling enjoyment in doing it, feeling pleasure in doing those things. The second one is having a clear purpose of why you are doing that. And the best way to accomplish it is by cultivating autonomy, freedom, curiosity, a sense of progress, and focus on attaining mastery. When you focus on outworking other people, you lose complete autonomy of what you're doing. You lose the parameters that you are measuring your progress with. That always made me feel like I was never doing enough when it came to games. I always felt like I had to train more, that I have to give more because nothing was enough. You also lose freedom. You start comparing yourself too much all the time. You are never going to accomplish something, you are never going to feel freedom to do something you want. You always compare yourself to what other people are doing. And that gives you the sense of not doing enough, of not feeling confident, of never achieving something. You also kill the sense of wonder and curiosity. You stop focusing on quality and training systems and only focus on quantity. More work is completely different than better work or more progress. You gotta focus on things that actually bring you progress, and quantity is not the answer for that. By killing wonder and curiosity, you also decrease the release of dopamine, which decreases your motivation, decreases your capability to learn things, and also decrease how much you enjoy the process. Also, you lose the sense of progress. You are so focused on what other people are doing and trying to do more than them that you never accomplish something for yourself. When you do that, when you focus on small accomplishments, on the smaller goals, and you constantly achieve those goals, you start gaining more motivation to achieve more things, to move towards your goals. It's like if you get so focused on what other people are doing that you don't get the satisfaction of accomplishing your own goals. And for you to make progress, for you to have more dopamine into your system, you need to know that you are making progress. Scientifically, you need that. And also when pursuing mastery, dopamine levels spike. So it's very important that you create those small goals. Mastery is a key component for achieving the best of your performance. So when you move towards mastery, you make more progress and your dopamine levels spike, making you more able to feel motivated and to put work into the process. So let's talk about a very practical and the perfect example for illustrating this entire situation. Kobe Bryant. Everyone has seen this video by Jay Williams where he talks about how Kobe's work ethic was based on proving that he was working more than the other athletes.
So after games, I'm like, hey, Kobe, like, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. and I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
Wow.
From this small piece of interview or for just a story from someone else, everyone assumed that Kobe's core motivation was to do more than the other athletes. But besides having the neuroscientific basis for stating that this doesn't work, Kobe himself has said that that was not the core of his motivation, and instead it was his passion. And he mentioned this in his own book and also in interviews.
And where did inspiration come from?
The love of the game. The love of the game.
So, I could never explain why Kobe said that to Jay Williams. Maybe he was just trying to intimidate his opponent. Maybe not. But even if he didn't, the core of his motivation was not focused on outworking other people. Kobe was much more concerned on improving himself and how passionate he was to do all of those things than in proving something to someone else that he didn't care. Intrinsic motivation is what makes you great. Loving the process, passion for the game. Also, autonomous motivation, doing something because you enjoy and because you want to, is much more effective than control motivation, which is doing something because you feel obligated to do that. And that's the sense that focus on outworking other people gives you. You are doing something because other people are doing something else, and you are trying to do more than them. This is control motivation. And we achieve this intrinsic and autonomous motivation when we are doing things that are aligned with our core values and core beliefs. It's when we do things out of interest and enjoyment. So sustain those things to yourself. Sustain enjoyment, sustain passion for the game. And again, it's not me saying, it's science. I'm just the bridge between you and the real functioning of the mind, so you can use that to achieve the best of your performance. You have, or at least had, a lot of passion for the game, but focusing too much on things that stress you decreases that passion. You start associating this pain with the sport you play, and that will decrease your enjoyment, which will decrease your motivation. Maybe sometimes that you feel burned out, it was because of that, because it was stressing you so much, and not because of the sport itself, but rather because of the things that are involved in your sports. And most of the time, those things are mental. If you learn how to deal with them, you can achieve the best of your performance. On the other side, if you become too stressed out, things are not going to work for you. And that happened to me. But for me, the path was tremendously different, because this led to something that I'm really passionate about, understanding how the mind works and help you and other athletes to achieve the best of their performance. But in most of the cases, this path leads athletes to frustration. So if you don't want to become frustrated and lose the passion for your sport and eventually give up on doing something that you love, start using the mind in the most powerful way. So if you don't want to end up frustrated, take the scientific recommendation and my personal advice. Don't focus on outworking everybody. Focus on how passionate you are about your sport and focus on embracing all the little steps that take you to your personal goals. I hope you like this video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to take your mental game to the absolute next level and become confident, motivated, enter the zone of flow consistently, check the Athlete Mentality Academy. In there, you are going to learn the skills used by the greatest athletes in the world. So if you're interested in that, it's the first link in the description of the video. I see you soon.